What is up, guys? Tony here. Positive Tech Reviews in the building. Today's video is going to be on the Moto G6 by Motorola/Lenovo. This is a sub $300 phone. If you buy it unlocked, it works on all 4 major carriers, including all the MVNOs. If you're interested in that, stay tuned to this video. All right, guys, here we have the Motorola Moto G6. Been rocking with this phone for about 24 hours or a little over 24 hours. And I'm going to give you guys my experience that I've had with it so far. I do love the way it feels in hand. I like the Motorola logo in the back. I like the camera setup. And I also like the fact that it has the fingerprint reader in front. It's very convenient. You can also use it as a navigation button. We'll get into that in a minute. So let's go ahead and talk about the specs. This is a 32 gigabyte version. It has 3 gigs of RAM. It's rocking the Snapdragon 450, which in my usage, it's been very battery efficient. I've used it yesterday all day, took it to work, came home. I still had like about 52% battery life left. So it's very efficient when it comes to battery life. I didn't do very heavy usage. It was probably about moderate to light yesterday, but I used it all day. And by the time I went to bed, I had maybe about over 5 hours of on-screen time with about, I think it was like 18 hours of standby time. So it was real good. I'll put up a screenshot so you guys can check it out. And so far, I'm pretty happy with the display. It does have a 1080p display right here, which is 5.7 inch, 18:9 aspect ratio. So the display is very nice. It does get pretty bright, not the brightest, but it does get pretty bright. And the viewing angles, you guys can see right there, very nice viewing angles. It did a great job with the display. No complaints on that. The fingerprint reader is actually pretty fast. This phone has 3 microphones. So recording with this phone is going to be nice. I'll have a later video up for that. So it does have a microphone here at the bottom. Then at the top, it has another one. And then on the back bottom, it has another one right here. So 3 microphones. On the back, it does have dual camera setup. One is a 12 megapixel and the other one is a 5 megapixel, which is used for like the portrait mode. It does have LED flash right there. And on the front, 8 megapixel front facing selfie cam combined with the earpiece / speaker, which we'll get into here in a minute. I think it sounds really, really good. I do prefer this setup than the bottom firing setup on the OnePlus 6, simply because it's facing the user. I think it's a good setup right here. I don't mind the one speaker as long as it's nice sounding. The fingerprint reader, you can see, is pretty quick. Let me do that again. It's a pretty quick fingerprint reader. It's pretty quick. It does have face unlock, which I've been using too, and we'll test that out real quick. You guys can see face unlock works real nice. It does come with stock Android. I'm talking about it is very, very bare bones stock Android. You can swipe over. You got the Google Now cards. So it's a very simple launcher that it's using. So we do have the Google Assistant, which is very easy to get to. You can just long press and...
Hi, Tony. I'm your assistant, here to help you throughout your day. Here are some things.
So Google Assistant, pretty nice on here. I like having the Google Assistant. I think that's the best assistant. The cameras are pretty good. It only records in 1080p, 60 frames per second on the back camera, 12 megapixel camera. And on the front, it's only going to record at 1080p, 30 frames per second. So if you swipe over, you can see the settings there. We do have portrait mode for the back. You can see how it looks. The cameras are pretty good so far. I've used them, taking a couple of photos, quick photos here and there. I still haven't done a full video on it, but I think the cameras are pretty good. So we do have portrait. We have something that's called cutout, spot color, panorama, text finder, and face filters. And then video mode, we have slow motion, time lapse, and the face filter. So real nice camera. The front camera is also pretty nice. It has a group selfie, so you can do the wide angle something like what Samsung's doing. You could take a couple of shots and make it into a one group. Right now, I am very happy with this Moto G6. I think that they knocked it out the park with stock Android, which is something that's very fast and fluid. I haven't had any hiccups with it. Haven't had any app crashes or anything like that. You can go and see into settings. It's very, very stock Android. There's not a lot of customizations there. You see Android 8.0. So it's not on Android 8.1. It's actually on Android 8.0 with March 1st security update. So there you have it right there. March 1st security update. Device storage. I have a 256 gigabyte SD card, and you can use it as adaptable storage, which is awesome. Adaptable storage. So it becomes one mass storage. So right there you can see 75 gigs used out of 288 gigabytes. Nice. I love that feature right there. This app right here, which comes with it, which makes this device very nice. So you have a bunch of features, just like you had on previous generations. We have, now on this one, we have the Moto key, which is something a little different. You can use it to unlock Microsoft computers. So let me see, let me go ahead and show you. It says unlocks Windows devices. So you can use your phone to unlock the Windows device, which is awesome. The quick screenshot, you just put your fingers on here like this, and it takes a screenshot. You don't have to swipe down. One nav button, which is what I'm using right now, using it to navigate through the system. So you can tap it, go home, and if you swipe over to the right, it'll take you to your recents. Swipe over to the left, it'll take you back. I really like that. I like that one nav button. Using the fingerprint reader is real nice. You still have the tap twice for the flashlight and the quick twist for the camera. So you want to get into the camera real quick, you just do this and it opens up the camera. That's nice. I like that. You can swipe to shrink the display if it's a little bit too hard for you to reach. And we have flip for do not disturb. So these features are real nice. Auto display, which stays on as long as you're looking at it. It knows you're looking at it, so it'll keep the display on. And then on the bottom, we have the Moto Voice Beta, which I have not used yet. So I'll probably make a later video on those things. But yeah, first 24 hours with this thing is well worth the price, man. If you can get it for $199, you're going to be very, very happy to pick this phone up. Just with the battery life that I'm getting, and the speaker, before I end this video, I'm going to go ahead and play something real quick so you guys can listen to the speaker. I am recording with the OnePlus 6, by the way. But check it out, man. On the bottom, USB Type-C, and it does have the headphone jack. One thing I almost forgot, it does have a built-in FM radio. So that's cool, man. A lot of phones don't come with that feature. And it doesn't use any of your data. It just has FM antennas built in. So you just plug in your headphones, and you can get an FM. You can get the FM radio. So let me go ahead and show you. It does come with also, while I'm in the radio, check it out, Dolby Audio. So you can set it up, fine tune it once you get your headphones plugged in. And let me see if I can find the radio app real quick. I know I used it. Here it is right here. FM radio. Yeah, overall, I'm having a blast with this phone, man. I think it's a real good phone for the price, a real good deal. As long as they support it with the updates, I think you should be fine with this phone. And now that it's actually on Project Fi, that's a good sign. But before I leave, let me go ahead and play some music for you guys so you guys can check out the speaker.
So for lame and young, living in the city with the stars, whipping around in $100,000 cars, yeah. She say her time is money, these bad to pay. Love her bottle service, what more she gotta say?